I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Jeff Ponsky's sister. My real name is Cheryl Ponsky Garson, and I'm the first witness to the early life of Jeffrey Lawrence Ponsky. Jeff was born at Mount Sinai Hospital in Cleveland on September 23, 1946, to Esther and Howard Ponsky. Our parents both worked full time. Dad was a World War II vet who served in the South Pacific. He came home and opened a tire store with his father, Wolf Ponsky. Our mom, Esther, worked in sales for General Electric and sold something called transistors, whatever that is. Our maternal grandparents, Anna and Isidore Levine, Russian immigrants, literally were like second parents to us. They lived nearby and they were our safe harbor whenever we needed them. To this day, Jeff and I are forever grateful for their love, security, and guidance. Jeff was a handsome, smart young boy with an early interest in medicine, probably due to the strong and generous influence of our uncle, Dr. Bennett Levine. Jeff loved music early on. He took violin lessons, and in 6th grade, he was chosen to perform a vocal solo in the school concert. He sang "Red is the Rose." Jeff had many friends in high school and belonged to a boys' fraternity called Sinai. They were nice boys, mostly confining their activities to misdemeanors and minor assaults. Very few felons in the mix. Academics, however, were not Jeff's strong suit. His guidance counselor told him not to count on college. Jeff went to summer school and accelerated half a year. He applied to Miami University and was accepted for midterm admission. From that point on, Jeff never left his room. He studied constantly, memorizing everything, and achieved a 4 every trimester. I was blessed beyond words to have Jeff as my brother, and he's beyond fortunate to have me as his sister. He's constant, he's trustworthy, and amazingly generous. He always answers my every call and helps me with whatever I ask. However, I better get to the point fast. Jeff has got no time for something we call conversation. I couldn't love him more. I couldn't be prouder of his accomplishments, both professionally and personally. His Jackie, his 4 children, his 12 grandchildren are jewels. I know my father is looking down in gratitude as Jeff has done the Ponsky name proud. So let me state again, I'm Jeff Ponsky's sister.
My sister was 10 times smarter than me, very popular in school, and she could have been anything she wanted in this world.
I think Jeff has a love for people, and he wants to help people. And I think that was the purpose for all of it. That if I can help someone and make someone better, that's my reward. My parents were good people. They were simple people. My grandparents were simple, hardworking people. And I think that's how we were brought up. Although my parents didn't do volunteer work or anything back then because they had no time. But my grandparents, my grandmother they were foster parents. Mm-hmm. They helped other kids from Belfair. And my grandmother had 2 or 3 foster children. So he sort of saw it. He saw what a difference you could make in one person's life. He wants to be a problem solver. Maybe because there were some problems in our life younger that we couldn't solve right away. So he wants to be a problem solver. We didn't grow up with much. We didn't know we didn't have much. We never felt that. Nobody knew who was rich and who didn't have money. I don't know. I just think that he likes to help people who might not be able to help themselves. First of all, my father, I don't even want to think about what my father would say, because the Ponsky name has gone through a lot of different stages. My father would just be on top of Mount Olympus thinking about what Jeff and all of you have done for the Ponsky name. My grandfather would grab him with his hands on his face and say how much he loved him. My uncle would be so proud. My mother would say, "You haven't called." I'm still waiting, but, I could never convince her that this is how he is. He doesn't need to call you every minute. But she adored him.